involved shooting in South Lubbock. First and foremost, we want to say how thankful we are that each of our officers involved in this situation was able to go home to their families last night. We'd like to recognize our officers' quick actions in performing life-saving measures on the suspect who put the lives of members of the public and our officers in danger, as this could have ended very differently for everyone involved. I want to start out by telling you the name of the suspect involved in this incident. He is 41-year-old Jerome Garcia. I'll have more information on his current status in just a minute. Yesterday at 7:30 p.m., Lubbock Police Dispatch received a call for service indicating a Hispanic male was at Bolton Service Station at 3709 Avenue Q with a shotgun. While speaking with the caller, the dispatcher heard a shot over the phone and notified the officers who were en route. Officers responded to Bolton's and located the suspect, who drove away from the scene. Officers attempted to conduct a traffic stop, but he fled in his vehicle, leading to a short pursuit. Officers stopped the pursuit after finding out there were no injured victims and the suspect had shot into the air. However, the suspect returned to the Boltons as officers continued their investigation, and they attempted to stop him again. For the second time, he refused to stop, leading to another pursuit that traveled along Interstate 27 and 98th Street. The pursuit continued further south until the officers conducted a forcible stop at low speeds, stopping the suspect at 121st and Kenosha Avenue. Due to a use of force against the officers, they discharged their duty firearms, striking the suspect. Officers then performed life-saving measures as he was taken by ambulance to University Medical Center, where he remains in critical but stable condition. Per policy, the three officers who discharged their firearms have been placed on paid administrative leave. It is important to clarify, administrative leave is not an indication of any wrongdoing. It merely allows for the investigative and policy review process to take place effectively. This process takes place anytime there is an officer-involved shooting. Officers who remained at the Boltons continued their investigation and located a victim of aggravated assault at the scene from the initial shot fired. An aggravated assault warrant was served on 41-year-old Jerome Garcia this afternoon. After shooting around in the air and hitting the awning of Bolton's, Garcia pointed the shotgun at the victim, Tyrese Robinson. Garcia remains at University Medical Center and is being held on a $300,000 bond. We appreciate the public's patience as this investigation continues in the days and weeks to come. As always, we as a department value transparency and the partnerships we have with our public, those that we serve. At this time, I'd like to go ahead and open it up for questions.
How long will those officers be on leave?
It depends how we progress in the investigation and how those officers progress. When they are determined to be fit and ready to come back to duty, then they'll be welcomed back.
And in a situation like this, is it standard procedure for officers to fire weapons?
Say again?
Is it standard procedure for officers to fire weapons in a situation like this?
Well, when officers perceive a threat, an immediate threat, then yes, they are authorized to fire their weapons, yes.
Is there any thought of releasing body cam or dash cam footage of this incident?
We're still pretty early in the investigation right now, so we want to be very committed to transparency, and we will when that time comes, but we want to have time to go through that ourselves and make sure that we have all the facts and everything in order before we release that.
Blair Sable with KCBD, Assistant Chief Neil Barron. Can you tell us why this ended in a residential neighborhood? We had a concerned viewer reach out to us saying that they had witnessed the pursuit on I-27, and they were wondering why could it not have been stopped on the highway rather than being stopped in a residential neighborhood where a citizen could have easily been caught in the crosshairs.
Right. Well, that'll be part of the pursuit review and the overall review of this investigation. We'll look at ways where we could adjust our tactics or our training to enable our officers to make a stop at a better place.